Hey there, it's Bill and welcome to War Master Gaming. Today we're playing Silent Death 2 Pacific, which was just released early access. This game is a light sub-sim set in World War II, specifically the Pacific Theater. The light sub-sim part tells me that this won't be a very immersive simulation. In any case, I've been waiting for this game to get released to early access because I really want to play a Gato Class submarine for a change rather than a U-boat. The main screen has a couple of options here for us. There is a start game, settings, help, and naturally an exit. Let's jump right in and start a game. Let's go with War Patrol and leave the default difficulty of medium. Welcome aboard, Captain. You are now in command of the USS Ling. Home port is Midway. Your patrol zone is marked on the map. Good luck. And here we are docked at our home port in Midway. Looks like we have the standard submarine gauges and controls. Here's the map which shows our ship is indeed at Midway. Oops. Guess the right mouse button fires our deck gun. The left mouse button lets us look around. This seems to be our exterior view, and if we click it again, we can have an internal view, which kind of looks like an actual Gato Class submarine. Doesn't seem like I can interact with anything here, though. Here's the binoculars button, where we can see some of Midway's beautiful scenery. This appears to be a ship status screen where we can see how many torpedoes we have left and the status of our compartments. Can't interact with this screen either. This button lets us operate our deck gun intentionally this time. There is also a periscope button that is not enabled at the moment because obviously we're not at periscope depth. These buttons on the right show or hide the different gauges and controls. One thing I noticed is that there are no tooltips. Luckily, most of the stuff is intuitive, with the exception of that one eyeball button in the bottom right. I have no idea what it does. Time to shove off and head to war. On our map, we can see we have an official area of operations, so let's just click anywhere to get going. After clicking around a few times, we find the enemy. We have visual contact with a large target at 2031 hours, bearing 247 degrees. Visibility is superb. Water depth is about 2,500 feet. Engage? Well, yes, let's get our fight on. Let's go to periscope depth so they won't see us. And up periscope. The compass doesn't seem like it's interactive. Guess I have to use the rudder controls. Okay, let's get back to the periscope and see if we can find our ship now. Oh good, the periscope has reset itself and it's back to pointing at 0 degrees. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Well, I don't see anything. Oh, what was that? Is that our ship? It is! So it's a light cruiser at 9,700 yards away, bearing 182 degrees, and it's out of range. Now I can see we have our torpedo controls. Won't need that yet. First we need to get into range. Interesting. It seems its bearing is 182, but the periscope is showing bearing 355. I wonder if it actually means it's heading. Well, back to chasing this guy down. I'm heading straight for it and going at full speed ahead. We're inside 1 nautical mile now, so let's check out the periscope and see what we can see. What the heck? 10,000 yards? That's like 5 nautical miles and the distance is increasing. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, I guess I lost the ship. Let's just try this again. Contact with a medium target, bearing 200 degrees. Visibility is fair with rain. Looks good. We will go ahead and engage this guy. Ooh, a bunch of ships this time. About 1.5 nautical miles out. There we go. We have a small freighter about 2,800 yards away. I'm going to get lined up on that ship and los! Oh wait, that's the other game. Fire! Did it fire? I don't see a trail in the water. The indicator looks like it fired. No torpedoes showing on the map. Okay. Let's shoot these guys before they run into each other. Still no indication that there are torpedoes in the water. Uh-oh. Looks like we've been made. He's headed straight for us. Wait, what was that? Was that one of my torpedo shots? It was. It sounds like I got a hit, but none of the ships are sinking or even smoking. And another hit. Maybe a miss? It's hard to know what's going on. Maybe the sonar screen will help. Nope, I can't do anything with it, and it doesn't look like what is actually going on outside. Now I'm getting depth charged. Well, that didn't end up very good. Unfortunately, my ship was sunk by depth charges. Third time's a charm. Visual contact bearing 353. Visibility is superb. Let's try this again. 3 ships this time. Let's turn to intercept their course. Looks like they see me. Time to dive the periscope depth. Let's see what we have here. Couple of freighters, and it looks like a destroyer. We are out of range, so we have to wait till we are in range. And rain again. Firing torpedoes, and we'll have to play the guessing game as to whether or not they are actually on the way to their targets. And a hit! Maybe the other one missed? Firing another torpedo. That destroyer is getting really close. Oops, he ran into me, and I'm dead again. One last attempt. I really want to sink a ship. Contact bearing 272, visibility is still superb, but it seems to rain every time you say that, so we'll see. Hopefully it won't rain this time. 3 ships again, and they are pretty far out. Let's just intercept their course and get closer. First send the ship to periscope depth. We seem to have gone from superb visibility to a monsoon yet again. Just our luck. I can't see anything through the periscope. The indicator says we are in a range, so let's shoot off a couple of torpedoes. By the way, I'm not really doing any kind of aiming at the enemy to shoot my torpedoes. I'm just pointing the periscope in the general vicinity of the ship I want to shoot at and firing. It doesn't get much easier than that. Now the waiting game again. And a hit! And another hit. And another. I can't see if I sunk them or not, but the indicator is still there. I guess I'll shoot another torpedo and finish him off. And more waiting. And another hit. But the indicator's still there. Surely it should have sank by now, with at least 4 hits. And another hit. I'll fire off yet another torpedo and another one. I really want to sink at least 1 ship. And more waiting. Oh shoot! There's the ship. I can barely see it, but it's right there. It's not even smoking. I still have a couple torpedoes on the way, so I guess we wait some more. And yet another hit. That sounded like a hit, but I don't see any fire, so maybe it was a miss? What does it take to sink these ships? I've hit it with a ton of torpedoes and it's still moving along like nothing happened. Not even any smoke or flames. I guess I'll just get up close and use the deck gun. Where is this guy? There you are. Time to get sunk, my friend. Point blank range, no less. If this doesn't sink him, then I don't know what will. Seven hits and he is finally on fire. overshot him a bit. No problem. I'll just put it in reverse and keep firing. Oh, looks like I can start firing on this guy too. Seems like these guys are indestructible. At least they are on fire now. Okay, I guess that one sunk.
Battle stations.
I'm only hearing splashes now when I shoot. Oh wait, that was a hit. Wow, this is crazy. It looks like it's finally sinking.
Battle stations.
Yes, it's finally sank. That took a crazy amount of ordnance to sink a couple of small freighters. Oh no, this game wasn't terrible, but to be fair, it is its first day of early release, so there is no expectation of a polished product. I definitely think the game has potential. It's kind of nice to not worry about using an early version of a computer to calculate torpedo trajectory in order to fire, or, micromanaging a crew. It is what it claims to be, which is a light submarine simulator, basically an arcade sub game. I would keep on the lookout for any updates as they work on the game and look forward to seeing what the end product looks like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.